Tradescantia, the spiderworts, is a genus of 75 species of herbaceous perennial plants in the family Commelinaceae, native to the New World from southern Canada south to northern Argentina including the West Indies. They were introduced into Europe as ornamental plants in the 17th century and are now grown as such in many parts of the world. Subsequently some species have become naturalized in various regions of Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia and assorted oceanic islands. Tradescantia are weakly upright to scrambling plants, growing to 30–60 cm tall, and are commonly found individually or in clumps in wooded areas and fields. A number of the species flower in the morning and when the sun shines on the flowers in the afternoon they close, but can remain open on cloudy days until evening. The three species of wandering Jew, one native to eastern Mexico, also belong to the Tradescantia genus. Other names used for various species include spider-lily, cradle-lily, oyster-plant and flowering inch plant. The genus is of interest to cytogenetics because of the evolutionary changes in the structure and number of their chromosomes. In addition to their use as ornamentals, the genus is of economic importance because a number of species have become pests to cultivated crops. They have also been used as bioindicators for the detection of environmental mutagens. Description: Tradescantia are herbaceous perennials and include both climbing and trailing species, reaching 30–60 cm in height. The leaves are long, thin and blade-like delanciolate, from 3–45 cm long. The flowers can be white, pink, or purple, but are most commonly bright blue, with 3 petals and 6 yellow anthers. The sap is mucilaginous and clear. Taxonomy Evolution and genetics The effect on chiasma frequency of the irradiation of different pre-meiotic and early meiotic stages was investigated in Tradescantia peludosa. A chiasma is a cytologically visible interchange at corresponding points between homologous chromosomes. It is the basis for crossover recombination during meiosis. Chiasma frequency was found to increase following irradiation of the late zygote and early pachytene stages of meiosis. This finding may reflect increased homologous recombinational DNA repair in response to increased radiation-induced DNA damage. Subdivision In the 1980s David Hunt divided the genus into 8 sections, with the nominate section further subdivided into a further 4 series. This superseded an earlier system by Clark. Hunt originally recognized 60 species of which over half he placed in section Tradescantia. Hunt's original speciation is given here, as further circumscribed by Burns et al. Enlarging the sections from 8 to 12 added 6 further species. Within section Tradescantia he distinguished the American species from the 3 Mexican series. Type here indicates species typica. Numbering of sections refers to Hunt's original system as a cross-check to his index. The renumbered sections from 1986 are given in italics, for example, 5, Note 1, the place of T. shipper is uncertain. Hunt indicates it is included in section Zebrina, but Burns considers the section monotypic. Note 2, T. blossfeldiana as used by Hunt and Burns is now considered a synonym for T. cerinthoides. Hunt originally listed these as separate species. Hunt also listed T. potacina and T. novelleonensis as separate species, but the latter is now the accepted name, while T. subramasa and T. subtilis are now considered synonyms for T. masilvia rather than separate species. Nutha species Tradescantia, Andersoniana WLUDW. And Roida phylogenetically T. andersoniana is situated within series Virginianae, as follows. Formerly placed here Calzea navicularis D. Hunt, Calzea warswishiana D. Hunt, Gybasis chniculata roida, Gybasis kalwinskiana roida, Gybasis pellucida D. Hunt, Siderosis fuscata H. E. Moore, Tynantia animala C. B. Clark, Trypagandra diuretica Hanlos. Species By 1998 Fadden listed 70 species, while currently the plant list accepts 75. Etymology The name of the genus by Linnaeus honors the English naturalists and explorers John Tradescant the Elder and John Tradescant the Younger. They introduced many new plants to English gardens. Tradescantia the Younger mounted 3 expeditions to the New World colony of Virginia. From their Tradescantia virginiana, the type species, was brought to England in 1629. The genus Tradescantia has received many common names, varying by region and country. Some of these names refer to the plant's great dispersal ability or invasiveness, such as Wandering Jew. The latter refers to a Christian myth of the Wandering Jew, condemned to wander the earth for taunting Jesus on the way to his crucifixion. In Spanish, it is sometimes referred to as Flor de Santa Lucia, in reference to the saint's reputation as the patron saint of sight, and the use of the juice of the plant as eye drops to relieve congestion. Distribution and habitat. The first species described, Virginia spiderwort T. virginiana, is native to the eastern United States from Maine to Alabama, and Canada in southern Ontario. Virginia spiderwort was introduced to Europe in 1629, where it is cultivated as a garden flower. Conservation. The western spiderwort T. occidentalis is listed as an endangered species in Canada, where the northernmost populations of the species are found at a few sites in southern Saskatchewan, Manitoba and Alberta. It is however more common further south in the United States south to Texas and Arizona. Cultivation. Though sometimes considered a weed, spiderwort is cultivated for borders and also used in containers. Where it appears as a volunteer, it is often welcomed and allowed to stay. Temperate species are grown as garden plants while tropical species such as T. zebrina and T. spathacea are used for house plants. A common cultivar group responsible for most commercially available plants is derived from the naturally occurring interspecific hybrid Tradescantia, andersoniana, an invalid name more correctly referred to as andersoniana group since it includes several cultivars, the origins of which are complex. The group are derived from naturally occurring cross-pollination between Tradescantia virginiana, T. oensis, and T. subaspera in overlapping ranges within continental North America. They share a number of characteristics, although differing in flower color. The cultivars in this group include bluestone, Isis, innocence, snowcap, osprey, iris pritchard, Pauline, red cloud and carmine-glut. Tradescantia, andersoniana var. Caerulea plena is a double-flowered variety with dark blue flowers. Toxicity. Some members of the genus Tradescantia may cause allergic reactions in pets, characterized by red, itchy skin. Notable culprits include T. albiflora, T. spathacea, and T. pallida. Uses. The American Indians used T. virginiana to treat a number of conditions, including stomachache and cancer. It was also used as a food source. The cells of the stamen hairs of some Tradescantia are colored blue, but when exposed to sources of ionizing radiation such as gamma rays, the cells mutate and change color to pink. They are one of the few tissues known to serve as an effective bioassay for ambient radiation levels. References. Bibliography. Gallery. External links. Flora of North America, Tradescantia, Plant Systematics, Tradescantia, Western spiderwort endangered in Canada.